Oh my god! Wow!
Guys, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is right around the corner and I cannot wait to check it out. But hey, there's some material you should check out before going to watch this movie because a lot is going to happen. And I'm not going to bog you down and say the whole MCU, but I will recommend 10 shows and movies that you must watch before Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But if you're new to the channel, welcome in. The name's Leo Rydell. This is Geekly Goods, where we talk the latest in movies, TV, Marvel, DC, baby, any corner of the Geekverse we can hit, y'all. We are hitting it. So go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button down below if you enjoyed this type of content. And let's talk about 10 must-watch shows and movies before Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Starting out with what I think is most important and then just going down the rest of the list in no order particularly. I think the most important piece of content that you gotta watch is the first Doctor Strange. I mean, this is the first time we see Benedict Cumberbatch portray Stephen Strange in the MCU, so it would absolutely be a key to watching the second movie in this franchise. Now, a lot of people like to compare Tony Stark to Stephen Strange. No, I think they're very different characters, and we see things that happen in this movie slowly transition into the second movie and later on in the MCU. Guys, it is an absolute must watch. I think it's a great origin story in the MCU. I love the crazy, cool visuals of like turning buildings. Guys, it is magical. If you haven't seen it yet, you absolutely must watch it. But my people who've seen it, my MCU fans from day one, y'all, you already know it is fantastic. But yes, Doctor Strange 1 is absolutely required. There are a lot of things that happen in that movie that are definitely going to carry over into Doctor Strange 2. Next, I think that you gotta watch Infinity War and Endgame, and I lumped them into one because really, they're two parts to one whole. Let's be honest, they're both one movie put together, but you absolutely have to watch this because these things directly cause everything that happens in Phase 4 and beyond. So you gotta watch it. Doctor Strange is heavily involved in these movies with only one possibility being the possibility to stop Thanos. So I definitely absolutely recommend revisiting Infinity War and Endgame before Doctor Strange. Now, another movie that is absolutely pivotal that recently came out, y'all. Yes, the last MCU movie that hit theaters, Spider-Man No Way Home. I would say this, WandaVision and Loki, the things that happen at the end of those movies directly caused the Multiverse of Madness 9 times out of 10. I'm sure there's more, probably even Shang-Chi as well. There's probably more pieces to that puzzle. However, you really gotta watch Spider-Man No Way Home. Doctor Strange is using spells, and the spell that he does use starts this Multiverse of Madness. So definitely check that out because it directly ties into Multiverse of Madness. So definitely check out Spider-Man No Way Home if you haven't already, and you'll see the surprises in that movie if you haven't seen it. But spoiler warning for my people who haven't, guys, Andrew and Toby being in that movie, oh, so good. But let's move on to the shows that I actually did name drop. WandaVision, I mean, this is a character study of Wanda Maximoff, who is crucial to Multiverse of Madness, and the things that happen in WandaVision will directly follow up in the Multiverse of Madness. You're gonna want to watch WandaVision because there are some things in the trailer that definitely reference WandaVision already, so you'll want to go ahead and prep that up. There's a variant Wanda running around, so definitely check out WandaVision, guys. There are some great episodes of that show. I mean, it's still my favorite MCU show, guys, on the Disney Plus lineup, so you definitely want to check that one out. And speaking of Disney Plus shows, you'll also want to watch Loki, because Loki, Sylvie, and Mobius are all rumored to be in this movie. Who knows? But even if they're not, there are things that happen in Loki that will directly translate 9 times out of 10 directly be in Multiverse of Madness. And then you definitely gotta watch What If, I think. If any of these shows, you definitely want to watch What If, the first episode, the Supreme Strange episode, and several other episodes. At least I would say kick back and watch the whole series, but absolutely must. I want to say episode 5 is a Supreme Strange episode. You'll want to watch the Doctor Strange episode for sure, but you'll also want to watch X2 to revisit Patrick Stewart as Professor X. You'll also want to watch Deadpool because Ryan Reynolds is heavily rumored to be in this movie. I even posted a video of a clip of an interview he did where he's acting kind of shoddy and shady like he's not in the movie. Come on, RR, we know you in it. We know Deadpool's about to be in this movie, so definitely go ahead and check out Deadpool as well. Another recommendation I've got on my list is Spider-Man 2002, the Sam Raimi directed Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man live action movie. Not a show, but a big movie on the big screen. Guys, you'll definitely want to watch this. You'll want to see Sam Raimi's style in the superhero genre, and of course, get another look at Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man, the OG live-action Spider-Man. Well, there's definitely a couple guys before him. The first mainstream live-action Spider-Man very well might be in Multiverse of Madness. So you'll definitely want to revisit, get that, soak that Spider-Man back in, and just really get that Sam Raimi style. And last, but certainly not least, I think you gotta go back to Avengers Age of Ultron. That is where the journey starts in the MCU for Wanda. And we also see some Ultron drones in the trailer for Multiverse of Madness. So it seems like maybe Ultron is gonna somehow be involved in this. Who knows, but I definitely recommend checking that out. Now, supplemental material. Let's talk about some bonus content you guys can check out if that's not enough. I could sit here and say the whole MCU or the whole X-Men franchise. If you wanna do that, go for it. But I'm gonna highlight a couple of specific examples that I think could be some good bonus content if you want some more and you've seen the other stuff and you're like, look, I want to revisit some other things. I definitely think movies like X-Men Days of Future Past, because of how it interweaves the franchises of X-Men. I definitely think maybe even Fantastic Four 05, because we may get those characters back, or at least Reed Richards. Maybe it's John Krasinski, who knows? I also would recommend maybe even Blade. I mean, look, man, who knows who's gonna be in this movie or not. There are definitely some hard confirms from some spoiling TV spots, but we don't know. So I definitely think some good ones are, so I definitely think X-Men Days of Future Past, Blade, Fantastic Four. Hey, I think even checking out Spider-Man 2 to get some more Raimi, and maybe even The Amazing Spider-Man. Maybe Andrew will pop up? Who knows, guys? I'm so excited to see all the characters that are going to appear in this movie. But guys, there are some 10 must-watch movies and shows with a little bit of supplemental in there as well. So you guys gotta let me know down in the comments what you think about the list. There are other entries that I think that could easily have made it on this list, like Civil War and some other movies and maybe even some show episodes that could have made it in there. But guys, these are just the 10 must-watch, in my opinion, that you need before Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, what you would add to the list, what you would take away, and if you're new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button for your boy Leo.